Hey guys, this is Keiko Vlogs. We're here today for another motivational speech, and we've recorded so many today, but it's worth it. If you're wondering why we're in the same clothes or whatever, Timmy, you're gonna start this. The topic today is bullying.
Okay, so bullying, it's just stupid. If you think that bullying makes you a better person, it doesn't make you anywhere close. If anything, it makes you a worse person. If it makes you feel good about yourself, there's something very wrong with you.
Yeah.
Which is why, from what I've heard, that bullying makes people feel like they're a better person, which I don't believe at all.
Yeah, and we did a whole video motivational thing talk about that, and like I said, this is a new series and I'm excited for this just because it gets the point across, and we explained this in our last video. You don't have to hit that subscribe button. You just have to watch the video, please.
Share the video.
Mhm.
Just make other people hear what
What
we
we're
have to
saying.
say.
Mhm. Bullying is a huge thing. There's different types of bullying. There is cyberbullying, there's verbal bullying, and bullying basically is just circle, okay? And the circle is split up into different sections. So think of it as like a huge pie. And all these different sections are the type of bullying. And in those slices of pie, let's start with cyberbullying. In that slice of pie of cyberbullying are little people, okay? And they're split up again. There's one group of people who are being bullied and another group of people who are doing the bullying. Okay, if you leave a comment, and I did this is basically a hate video. If you leave a comment on someone else's channel, for example, say mine or Mr. Munchie's channel, if you leave something like you're hating on them, you're cyberbullying. You don't think that person has feelings. You don't think that they care what other people think about them. They're still human, okay?
Well,
And you don't
here,
know.
I don't necessarily agree with you.
Mhm.
Uh, you're allowed to state your opinion, but if you just go off saying, like, your hair is so ugly, you're allowed to dislike the video. You're allowed to
Yeah.
not agree with us. But if you're going at us for no reason, saying, you look ugly, that is completely bullying. If it's
Yeah.
something that we've done in the video,
Mhm.
then you're allowed to state your opinion. But
Well,
just,
I'm more of saying I agree with you, Timmy. I'm more of saying the type of hate where, like you said, it's for no reason. I get it. You're allowed to have your opinion. Go dislike that video, but that doesn't mean you like go down in the comments below, okay? And if you have something negative to say it in a helpful way. Don't say it in a way where you're bashing at that person.
yeah, like, instead of saying, oh my gosh, you suck, like, your lighting is way too bright, you could maybe give a suggestion. Hey, maybe turn your brightness down a little bit. It's harder to see your face because it's so beautiful and sexy.
Exactly. And if that person reads that comment, they'll see, okay, so this person didn't like that, but I get it. They said it in a nice way. As in where they could see that as you suck, your lighting's too bright, they'd be like, whoa, block this comment, or whoa, that was mean. Come on. And then they'll get all insecure and watch the videos back. They'll look at it and they'll be like, this person's right. I'm doing something wrong. And that could ruin their whole day. Just one comment like that. So I'm not saying you can't have opinion. You could definitely have your opinion. I have my opinion on so many YouTubers. But I also have good opinions. And if I ever leave a comment, which I barely ever do, and I don't even dislike the videos, actually, I just leave them alone. But you can dislike the videos. It's your opinion. Just make sure you're disliking it for a good reason. Not because the person is wearing pink and you don't like pink. Like, what is that? But then there's another type of bullying. So cyberbullying, I kind of sum that up in my hate video. So go watch that.
Let's start with verbal bullying.
Yeah.
You can imagine verbal bullying, saying like you suck, not pushing anyone around. But you can imagine if you have a group of friends, maybe like 10 friends, and then they just all start bullying, or not necessarily even bullying, but you can imagine them not hanging around you anymore and just saying, "Hey, you're a jerk." Imagine them saying that to you, all of them. Not one of them is sticking up for you.
Exactly.
Bullies can literally turn people down. And if that happens every day, it can lead to, like, them
Suicide
leaving the school or, yeah, suicide, which
is terrible.
should never happen. You should never make someone feel so uncomfortable that they even have the urge to think to have their life taken over it. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
And I said this in a video we did before, Timmy, about that person who's going to kill himself that day because he was carrying a bunch of like books and stuff, and he tripped, and this guy helped him up, and then they start talking, became friends, and a couple years later, the guy asked like, why do you know why I was carrying all this stuff? And the guy who helped him said no, why? And he said that he was going to kill himself that day. So he was driven to the point that he was going to go home and kill himself. And that's really terrible. Like, why would you want to take someone else's life? Because they're not like you. And personally, if they were like you, oh my gosh, if everyone in the world was like you and made each other go down and then laugh about it, this world would literally not exist.
Explode.
Yeah, I mean, no one would be alive at the end of the day. It would take a day to kill all of us, like because we all live so close together. Just like
Everyone
stab,
just
stab.
beating down on each other.
Mhm.
Say, I could say to Kier, "You're some dumb jerk,"
Mhm.
and then she may be like, I lost a friend today. But then you have others saying that to her also. You're a dumb jerk. You're a dumb jerk. I hate you. I hate you. Get out of my life.
Mhm.
You can have so many people saying that.
Exactly, and the people who laugh at it. Okay, I get it. Sometimes you think you're having a joke, but if you can see the person over there crying and you think it's acting, but you
And you're
know,
still laughing
yeah,
about it.
and you're still laughing and you don't even ask, wait, are you okay? Did I offend you? I was just joking. But, usually the people aren't joking, and that's a thing that we have to get in our brains. I understand. You may think that we're weak for crying over something someone else says, and a lot of people are like, you shouldn't care about what other people say, but in a way, you shouldn't, and in a way, you should, because
If you have your family saying your family, people who you look up to, people who you respect the most, people who you love, people who you have cared and have cared for you their whole life, now just starting beating down on you, calling you crap, treating you like a bag of trash, then that's pretty bad.
and maybe you should listen to advice sometimes. Like that's the type, like, constructive criticism is what you should look like, listen to from other people and suggestions and stuff. Like if they're saying you're being mean to this person and they came and told me that they're having really hurt feelings and I'm here just to clear the water, take out all that mess and make it unpolluted, okay? And you just stand there, you look at them, you're like, yeah, I remember that person. Yeah, that was so funny. They just started like crying and crying. It was the funniest thing ever. You should have saw them. The tears were literally like this big. It was hilarious. No. Why would you do that? Like, oh my gosh. I bet there has been somebody who's gotten that suggestion and laughed at it. I don't know. I know I would never do that. I would feel terrible. To know that I hurt someone else's feelings, especially for no reason. Like, I get it. There's always going to be fights. I'm pretty sure we're not going to get past that unless you listen to our other videos, you spread that around and stuff. But as of right now, there's always going to be fights. Someone punches you, or you get in an argument, you're going to fight. Okay, but we should try to avoid that as much as possible. I know for me, I wouldn't really want to fight, to tell you the truth, and it just creates a lot of mess. So I don't know. Bullying is a huge topic. So, um, what's another form of bullying, Timmy?
Then physically bullying. You have cyberbullying, verbal, and then actually pushing people around to the point where they're bleeding, to the point where they feel as if they just got literally trampled on.
Mhm. I know, I forget where I read it, but oh, I didn't even read it. So at hair salons or whatever, when girls go get their hair done, or I guess boys now, there's a lot of gossip at those places, and they tell about the news and stuff. Especially when there's older people there who like watch the news a lot and stuff, and they were talking about how at this one club, this one guy wouldn't pay the other guy back. So he taped him to a pole, the person who wouldn't pay him back. Um, the guy was mad that he wouldn't pay him back, so taped him to a pole and started beating him. Him and three other guys helped beat the guy, and they beat him till the police came at the point where he was almost dead. He was knocked out unconscious. They were still beating and bashing at him. Like, what is the point? He's knocked out. You're fighting over money. And go watch that other video whenever I talk about money, because money is so stupid. But you're literally beating this guy because he wouldn't give you money. And that's really dumb.
And that's the point where it can get to. You can have a simple thing like you give someone you see him in the hallway, you don't like his shoes, you scuff his shoes and then you shove him over, say, "Your shoes are crap. What's wrong with you?" To the point where Kira just said, you're nearly beating people to death.
Exactly. And Timmy, I'm so sorry. My dad just called and I missed the call. I gotta go talk to him. So just keep this topic up because this is really strongly. So just keep going.
Okay. Well, I guess I have to keep going then. Bullying. We've gone over the main three, I think. I hope. It's just don't bully. It's gonna get you nowhere in life. You can bully for money, as Kiera said, but honestly, bullying for money, what's that gonna get you in life? You bully, and then someone is eventually gonna find out about it, and then it can be a little scenario where maybe you get suspended, or it can be a scenario of prison, or even the death sentence, where it's so extreme that the guilt of it, you may get away with it. You may maybe have beat someone almost to death where they have eventually died, or someone has committed suicide because of it. Then maybe you've gotten away with it. Maybe you're like, yes. But still, you're going to have that guilt that you are the one who's made them the person who they are, who's made them so that they no longer have a life over it. No matter if you did it by physically killing them, or if you've just bullied them so much to the point where they're traumatized and they no longer want to live. It can be that serious, and it's that harsh to the point where it's just so stupid to bully, and it can hurt people so extreme. Here, we were just talking about how there's no point in it because it's eventually karma's gonna bite you in your butt, or guilt. Extreme guilt.
Especially if you end up killing that person.
Exactly.
That would be so terrible. So tough, so miserable to go through that experience. Especially if you knew that you were the reason why that family over there is crying. And then you don't admit, like, we talked about lies in our other video. Like, all of these videos intertwine together, and I just encourage you to, watch that. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to click that like button. Just go and watch those. Anyways, not telling the truth about it. If someone finds their kid hung in the basement downstairs, dead, okay, and the person leaves a note saying, "I'm sorry, I can't stay in this world. I'm too terrible for it." You know that person was being bullied. Now my mom's calling me. But you know that person was being bullied or whatever, and that person who bullied them is standing right there wondering what happened. To me, you're going to have to elaborate on that.
Yeah, so as you said, a parent, a grandparent, a family member, anyone could come down and just look I can't even imagine a lifeless body with a note. They have to pick up the note and read saying that their son or daughter or niece, nephew, grandchild, brother, sister, mom, dad. Yes, parents can get bullied too at work. They can read that their family member or best friend has committed suicide because they feel like they have no point in life anymore. And revolving around that, everybody has a point in life. Nobody is here just because they popped out and they're just pointless. Everyone has a point in life. And even if you are getting bullied, it's okay. In the long run, it's gonna be okay. You can grow up. You can feed them out of your mind. I want to tell everyone, and I can guarantee Kira agrees with this too, that everybody has a point in life. Whether you're the president, a king, or whether you're a janitor working in a bathroom. Imagine what those toilets would be like in there if there was no janitor. There'd be crap on the walls. So it's not worth to commit suicide. And bullies can make them think that. They can say, you have no point in life. You should just go die. Nobody cares about you. And then laugh about it, about a lifeless body. Kira, we were just touching up on how everyone has a point in life and how I don't think it is worth it. Even if someone is saying to you, you should go commit suicide. You have no point in life. Everyone has a point in life.
Everyone has that purpose. They were like, why do you think we were here? Just like to pick on others and like go kill them, or are we here to make a better world? Like, we're not superior, okay, than anybody or any other species, but we are a lot more capable than other species just because we do a lot of technology and stuff. But that species could actually be smarter than us. Things that we think are so dumb could have intelligence beyond our wildest dreams. I know in me and Timmy's science class, we do this thing called Critter of the Day. And we found all these different animals who have such good abilities and
Yeah, you
ways of
can
life.
just imagine, like, you can look at this thing. You can see, like, what is this?
Exactly.
What would it do for us? And you learn so much about it that if that animal died off, so would thousands of other species.
Mhm.
So, literally, if one person dies off, you're not ruining just that one person's life. You can ruin their family. You can ruin their friends. You would ruin many people who are close with them. You would completely turn their lives over, which no one, absolutely nobody, should feel as if their life has been turned over because someone has been bullied so much that they've committed suicide or that they've been beaten to death.
Exactly.
You don't want... You think it's just changing one person. Oh, one person, not such a big deal. But if you kill someone, it is a big deal. And then you have others who are devastated about it, feeling terrible, crying to themselves asleep, saying, why would they do this? It's just,
Why am I
don't.
alive?
Just don't.
And I think at one point in your life, um, sense of our harsh environment, and not environment as in um, temperature and landforms, but harsh environment as in different types of people. I think everyone's gonna go through that state of mind as in like a small little depression. Some others have big depressions. Some have small, and I think everyone's at one point is going to go through that. Maybe later in life, maybe earlier in life. But once you go through that and you get through it, and you find that person who's going to help you through it, and just maybe multiple people, they step up, become a leader. Everything will be okay as long as you remember what it felt like to go through that and you make it better. you truly know what you're doing now. And then if you were that person who put someone in a depression and you go through depression, you know how it feels like. Hopefully it doesn't turn you evil. It turns you amazing. I want to leave you off with this. Okay, think about it. What is it worth taking someone else's life? Like, does it help yours? I mean, does killing someone help your life? I say that we work as a team and we stop the bullying. So leave off it.
Before you end this video, I want to add on to what you just said, how it won't benefit you. In the story that you've said, how the man was beaten to death because he didn't get
Or almost
your
beaten to
money.
death. Yeah.
You're just punishing someone. It's not going to get you anywhere. It puts you in a lower position. Now you're wanted all over. You're a criminal. You have guilt on your head. That's two things. And then the third, it didn't get you anywhere. You don't have your money back. And you killed someone, which is terrible.
Mm-hmm. So, leave off of this. Is killing worth it?